It's like
Hello, 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 and welcome to what is this round three of the season 4 Amethyst Racing Championship. Today is Imola. We've got a short qualifying session coming up now, and I'm with my co-commentator Luke Martin. Hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome to round 3 of Imola with the tier 2 drivers. Let's see if they can put on a show like the tier 1s did.
Let's hope so. Just let's hope it went better than my race did, because we all know how that went. Oh, we don't.
We don't. I don't think you got much camera time.
I'd say we dodged a bullet there. Right. If the lobby wants to load up, then we can get going, as I have no controls yet.
They are in.
We've just bugged, maybe?
My time is going down.
I've got nothing on my screen. Thanks, Codemasters, once again. Oh, there we go. Timer is on its way down.
Reset it. It reset itself. I was in a lot quicker than you was, it would appear.
It's a bit strange. Alright, we'll get all our lap data up. And no one's out yet. Nobody wants to bite the bullet and head out first. Oh, there is someone coming out. And it looks like the Alfa Romeo of Skowski.
What is Satellite's name? Just for context. Livingston. And then Umtree, and I still need to get the other Alpine added myself.
Oh, fair enough. They're all rolling out now though, so let's hope we're in for a good qualifying session. We will restart our session because we do have a good penalty to apply. But it looks slightly overcast, but it was like that in the Tier 1 race, so I'm not expecting too much rain, if any, but only the drivers will know that. So,
Everyone is coming out very quickly at the moment.
so maybe in
The
for a
the
bit of
track
rain.
is going to be busy. The track is going to be a very busy track for this.
So maybe if we do see some rain, those who got out early, they've hit the jackpot. So Skowski will be the first to start their lap. But as of the current moment, nothing else. However, today we do have a lucky addition. We have the pit wall chat, so we can see what teams are saying midway through the race, which is going to be interesting. We don't usually have an insight into how the teams are thinking midway through, but today we're lucky enough to have that privilege. So we'll see what does happen. So we're right on board with Skowski because he's going to be the first to cross the line. Nicely through turn 1, takes the curves nicely, just doesn't get any oversteer. It's a tricky track here. It's easy to shed a load of lap time at a missed apex or taking a few too many curbs.
It took a nice line through the sharp left-hander of Tosa into Paratalila. Oh, I'm not even going to try and attempt this corner.
Yeah, my corner names are terrible, so I
Minerali coming up now. This is a tricky corner for some drivers,
Ooh,
and
snap! That is a horrible corner. We saw a
he
fair few
didn't
drivers spinning,
invalidate.
but he still kept going. This corner as well, the Tambrillo chicane, I think it is. Let's hope I'm right in that. Is also very tricky.
And coming into Avatsa now, the double left-hander. And we're going to get a base lap time set here by Skowski. Of a 1:16. Where does that compare to the Tier 1 drivers?
I would not have a clue.
Vlad beats it by 2/10, but Monk coming up now. Monk goes a very low 1:16. But Chappers beats it. Chappers beats it by almost a half a second again. And we've got a yellow flag as Palmer is very slow on the track.
So Chappers has the benchmark at the moment with 14 minutes to go. Kiziel slots in half a second behind. Who else have we got next across the line? I think it's going to be Zach Kister. He's gonna, I believe, he invalidated on that lap. We got the McLarens on the grid for the first time this season, actually. So that's quite impressive. Chappers has set a very good lap time there. I think that would have been quite far up the grid in Tier 1.
It's a very, very competitive lap. We've got a yellow flag again in Tosa for slow-moving cars.
Can have a lot of
Humphrey's lost his front wing. Humphrey has lost his front wing coming out of turn 2.
He has, and there is
or turn 3.
yellow flag. That looked like Kister is in the barrier. He's lost his front wing as well. He hasn't managed to set a lap yet, so he's not having the best of qualifying times. He's sensibly waiting at the side of the track for a nice section to rejoin and get going again. He'll be back into the pits, but there's plenty of time to set another lap.
And the fees begin, I guess.
They do. Red Bull have got Chappers reserving, so I'm sure Kister will be happy with them for the moment. Sam Palmer, I believe he's reserving. He's usually a Tier 3 driver, but he's managed to get himself up into P9.
Competitive time with some of the slower back of the grid cars, that was.
It was.
Is anyone on a lap right now? Palmer is on his in lap. Matthews is on a lap right now.
Aston Martin have said podium again. Hamid is saying cop on steroids today. Watch him get pole. Well, we'll hope so. He hasn't managed to set a lap just yet. He's in the pits for the moment. Sam Palmer is on a lap. We'll ride on board with him to Minerale. Navigates it nicely. Might have shed a bit of speed to not get any of that dangerous oversteer through that corner. Nicely through that chicane.
He's on his in lap, Palmer.
He could be. He's done 2 laps on those softs now. That's a bit. Yeah, he's flashing at the back. Oh, Kosev has gone purple sector 2. So we'll see what he can do. As he comes through the last corners, an ultimate left-hander goes a bit wide and invalidates actually. So that's
Validates it.
not going to do his lap any favours. He peels into the pits. He's got 10 minutes though to get back out and set another few laps. I think we've got Livingston. I believe this is Amethyst Racing debut. On his way around the circuit, so into turn 1. Nicely rides the curb. Grazes it on the inside there. Got a bit of traffic of the McLaren in front of him, but he'll likely peels out the way. I believe that's he sets purple sector 1 actually on his way. So Satellite, if we can keep this lap together, isn't looking too bad at the moment, but who knows. So now he's got a clean check in front of him. See what he does through Minerale.
Takes it smoothly, nice exit as well.
Satellite, he sets purple sector 2. Satellite is Livingston. Satellite is flying nicely through the chicane there. Gets on the power nicely, keeps it in track limits. Let's hope he can avoid what Kosev did momentarily, just a minute ago.
Vasilev is filling in for Haas as well today, isn't he? Normally he races a T3 too.
He is, but we'll watch Satellite come across the line. It's going to be a...
Oh!
He's 8/10 off the pace at the moment, so not as good of his lap as we thought it would be.
He dropped a lot of time in that third sector. He dropped a lot of time in that third.
Those last 2 left-handers can be a bit horrible to navigate around.
Isil has gone purple sector 1, just to let you know.
Kiziel, we'll ride on board with him. He's last season's Tier 2 Championship winner, so I'm sure he'll be looking to return to form.
Oh, what is Satellite doing on the track?
Did he have a spin?
He had a spin and then did a donut in the middle of the track. Had a heart attack as a... Oh, Chappers has just gone faster, and
not the most dangerous.
Skalski's put it into P2.
Kizio is 3/10 up on his times. That's a purple sector 2. I think that purple sector 2 is coming quite often now. A lot of drivers might have struggled through Minerale. But we'll see if he can navigate these last 2 left-handers nicely. They seem to have been catching a lot of these drivers out. He gets a small snap, but gets the power down nicely. So he is going to go to P2. He's going to replace Skalski. Skalski down to P3. But yeah, he's only now 2/10 off Chappers in provisional pole. So I'm sure he'll be looking to make up that lost time.
There is a spun McLaren as well on the exit of the second corner.
McLaren, their first showing this season. It's not going too well for them at the moment, unfortunately. But
who's on a lap at the moment? Kizzy was on an out in lap. Skalski's in lap.
Biner's improved, but it's only up to P11 for him. Let's go Monkey's up into P5. Yep, he's got McWilliams and P6 behind him. The 2 Mercedes looking quite strong for the moment. Best performing team as of yet. Satellite's lap looked good, but he's actually only down in P8. He's almost a second off the pace. So we'll see if he's got any time to find in that lap. Palmer retiring from the session, in fact. So
oh, he's crashed. He's crashed coming out of the fast left-hander.
He has. See if we can find a driver that's going to see him. There he is. That's stricken
it's
Ferrari.
A big crash.
That's not gonna do his team's wallet any favors.
They still haven't cleared up that Ferrari either. As Monk sets a purple sector 1.
Monk is been looking strong. He's wasn't he on for the win last week? Or he got a podium in
He,
Tier 1, I believe. That was it.
he got a podium Tier 1, he won the sprint in Tier 2 and a podium in Tier 2 as well, I believe.
Yeah. So he's been pretty strong. The Ferrari crashed Aqua Minerale. What's for yellows? McLaren helping out a fair few teams there with that information, but Palmer not doing too well.
He will not be happy with himself, as Monk is now making a last push towards the finish line, and he puts it
Pole.
P1. He beats Chapper's time.
So he's beat
Got
it.
a new benchmark.
He's beat it by a fraction of a second.
A
There you
hundredth.
have it. That is mighty impressive. But those small margins can be changed by just a tiny little apex. We'll find out who else is on the lap. I think they'll be back into the pits, change some tyres, and out for final runs in a minute. McWilliams now sets a purple sector 2. They're trading between that purple sector 2 time. I think whoever's nailing Aqua Minerale is probably getting through there and taking that purple sector 2 quite nicely.
Although there's a lot of time being given and lost in that third. Oh, and he pits.
I think those last two turns
are causing an issue for drivers.
They certainly are.
And there is a double McLaren hold up in the exit of turn 3.
I'm sure the two teammates aren't tripping over each other this early into the season.
Humphrey is on lap at the moment, by the looks of it. No, he's flashing, he's coming in.
Chappers is on lap, but he was a tenth and a half down almost through that first sector. So he makes the climb, sets a purple sector too, and that's becoming a common.
He's 3,000ths down at the moment.
Down.
He's 3,000ths down.
So
it's very, very close.
If he can find the time in these last two corners, I believe they're turns in Ravazza.
18 and 19 of Ravazza.
Yep. Oh no, he's lost
it!
it! Just doesn't DNF, but I don't think that's going to be a very happy Red Bull driver.
It does mean he does have enough time to get into the pits and do one more lap.
Kister almost lost it out of Ravazza as well. But Chappers is still stranded there. He doesn't want to get disqualified for staying there too long. We have Kopf on lap. He's gone up to P5. He's 4/10 off the pace as of the moment, and he's lost it. That is not ideal for him. So
Raccoon is now on lap.
Variante, he's off there. We'll try and find our way down to Raccoon. Everyone else is in the pit lane. So he's barely up on his time. So we'll watch him going through. He goes up through Tosa. Through
A message from the Alfa Romeo wall is that they're warning their drivers to be careful on that exit of the penultimate corner.
Oh, so I think that's where we've seen a lot of drivers. They've shedded almost a tenth in that section, haven't they?
Yeah.
So not ideal for them. But if someone can hook it together, the grid is it's quite close, down to P9. There's only an 8/10 gap, so we'll see what some people can do. Kopf is one of the few drivers out on lap at the moment. Unfortunately, Raccoon invalidated.
He's on his in lap. He is on his in lap.
Oh, okay, but he ran wide through Aqua Minerale. Doesn't want to do that too many more times.
I would like to point out that the penultimate corner and the last corner
takes the Hammerdeer line straight across the chicane.
I would like to point out with the comment about their losing weight. A lot of the cars are losing about a tenth of their weight on the exit some corners, taking off their front wing.
Oh, So I think there's a fair bit of setup involved around this track especially. The game in general is it's a lot more heavily weighted, but we'll run aboard with Kister. He's unfortunately down at the back. We'll see if he can find any time in his lap.
Red light flashing. He's on his second lap at the moment.
Is he? But,
Yeah.
I think this is unfortunate for him. He needs to either charge and go again because he hasn't got enough time to get back into the pit lane. He isn't. I think he is on lap. We'll ride on board with him as he was one of the few actually on laps coming to the end. So we'll see where he puts his Red Bull. Has he got a front wing? Yes, he has.
He does have a front wing. I thought he was about to lose it then on exit. And Kister doesn't go faster.
He can't improve, but he's got another lap. Although he doesn't have any ARS, so we'll hope that pans out for him. Kosev is 7/10 up. In fact, going through coming up to Tosa. So we'll stay on board with him for a moment. Oh no, he's that was a bit of false information from Codemasters. He's now 2 seconds down apparently. Not sure what's happened there. Do you have a yellow flag of, is that McWilliams? Oh, he's just letting a few drivers go past. But, coming up to the line, can't see very many drivers at the moment. I think Livingston crosses the line, isn't able to improve. He'll have a bit of time to get across and back around now. Luke Matthews, I believe this is. Doesn't look like he's improving on his lap. We have a yellow flag somewhere. That's Unfi retiring from the session. That's not too good for him. We'll see if we can see who that is. I believe Kiss has gone past him. I think Vlad Rosu has actually managed to improve into P5. He's going to go past him now. But his car is...
He dropped it on Piratella. On the exit of Piratella again.
Kiziel's retired now, so it's not.
Oh, he's dropped it on the last corner. Kiziel's dropped it on the last corner.
He certainly has. We'll try and see if Joe's Raccoon goes past him. We keep missing it. Not the most ideal thing. Chappers is going to go past him. He spawned, so we did what Chappers. Chappers faster still. 15.3. That is very rapid.
That is now the benchmark that Monk has got to chase. I think Monk is the only one who might have the pace to catch.
Monk is a 10th down in sector 1. Kosev looks to
who else have we got on the lap?
Want to improve, but he's flashing at the back. Luke Matthews.
Matthews is coming out of the final corner.
Nope, he pitted.
Goes into the pits.
Livingston is not up on his time either. Binder's down. McWilliams invalidated. Vasilev might be one of the... Vasilev has finished. I believe that's it for qualifying. That is.
It's Monk. Monk is on his lap. And he's 2 tenths down at the moment.
He's not going to improve. He's been down all throughout this lap. See if he can make a dent. Or is he going to peel into the pits? He isn't. He's going to drive to the line, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not. That doesn't help. His team damages, does it?
Why has he done that?
Not the most helpful thing. I don't know if the drivers can hear or the TPs are here. Tell your drivers not to leave the session, as we don't have to restart, as our only grid penalty is unfortunately he's qualified at the back. So if the drivers stay in the lobby, that would be ideal. Just sort out a quick invite.
No, people are leaving.
Well, not too bad. Overall, we'll get going again in a moment. Was it just Matthews who left, or was there more? Oh no, they're joining again.
No, McWilliams as well.
He's joined again. Drivers,
have they all?
If you can hear us, stay in the lobby if you can. All right,
yeah, stay in lobby. Put that in T2 as well. Put that in T2, chat.
Grab some screen grabs of the qualifying. And then hopefully we can get underway with the race really quickly. So Chappers on pole by nearly 3 tenths of a second. Kiziel 5 tenths behind them, followed by Skalski, Rosu, Kopp, Vasilev, McWilliams, Binder, Livingston, Matthews, Kosev, Unfi, Raccoon, Palmer, and Kister. But I don't think anyone left.
I could get the first 14. It's a bit of a pain for me to grab everyone.
I believe we had, wasn't it 15 drivers?
16.
16. Can't quite remember, but I know Kister did qualify last, and it might have been Sam Palmer in front of him or behind him. 15.3 is tier 1 pace. It is very rapid time set from Chappers there. So it's just a question of can he hold it throughout the race now. I don't think we are going to restart the lobby. No one has left.
Is left. We are good to go.
Let's hope so.
And the free place we'll have to carry over to the next race.
Oh no, it's done now. I believe that's
Oh,
it.
we're not having them roll over. Okay, even better.
I don't believe so, but let's hope we can go get on with our lap here or race even. As the drivers picking their setups, choosing their strategies. I think with safety cars, what are we thinking? A medium soft
Because
strategy.
people left. They're gonna a Williams game crash. They're asking for a game restart.
um,
Hmm.
well, unless we get a restart vote that passes, we might not. But we don't have a formation lap, so it is going to be 5 lights out, and away we go. A very slow start for us, but Chappers gets away nicely. Monk didn't get away too well, so Kiziel is going to be on the attack going into turn 1. He tucks himself up behind them. They're going to go side by side. Nearly contact, but they get through there nicely. No one is spun round. Chappers has got away nicely. McWilliams retiring from the session. We've got a bit of a pile up at the back of the grid. And we've got
out.
we've got a lot of carnage. So if we see a vote for a restart now, I wouldn't be too surprised. But that is the stricken Mercedes, and the Red Bull in the background. That is unfortunate for them that is their race is over. So we got a safety car. First corner. Not too ideal. We'll wait to see if we continue with this lobby or we get a lobby restart.
I didn't see what happened. I was too busy watching.
Either. They seem they look to get away nice and evenly through the start. Chappers was a rocket off the line, but now the safety car's going to bunch them all up. People with damage are going to be able to pit. But I think Chappers is going to be rather annoyed.
There is a talk of possible restart.
There is a vote ongoing, so we'll wait to see the outcome of that. But look at the gap between the McLaren and Vasilev. I mean, that pile-up held up a fair few drivers. But they are catching up now. We've got 2 in the pits. That is Umphy and Kosev. The Alpines have not had a fun time there on the start. So we'll wait and see what happens. If there's a restart, we might be restarting this lobby, but it's not passed as of yet. So we'll crack on. If we take a look at
the issue is there's not many team principals about at the moment for this vote. At the moment, it is looking. There are 3 votes for a restart.
Yeah, I mean, but if we look at the tyres, I don't know if Kiziel made that choice knowingly, but he went to the softs. So that's a bit of a shame, or a bit of not a shame, a bit of an odd strategy, considering this safety car is not going to do his tyres much good, and that advantage he had off the start is going to disappear quite quickly as he wears his tyres under this safety car. So not the best strategy. The screen isn't fitted. Let's change that just quickly. Apologies for this. Try and center that on our screen. Does that fix itself now, Ratcliffe? If not, cope. Oh, 5-second penalty for Sam Palmer for colliding with Raccoon.
The front 3 have stayed the same. There's a bit of a shake-up in the midfield. Palmer has gained a lot of places here, and he's coming into the pits now.
He's picked up a 5-second penalty for colliding with the McLaren who was in front of him, I think.
Has the safety car bugged? Because they're all going past the safety car again.
Very well might have. We haven't had the best start from Codemasters here, have we?
No, they're all driving past the safety car as we speak.
They have done. I'm not too sure what's happened there. Got to be a restart. It's looking a lot more likely as it stands. But I think with the lobby being a bit plagued with desync, we might have a restart in a moment. But let's see if they do catch up to the
They're trying to get. We're still waiting on the vote.
We are not delaying. Thank you very much, Ratty on Twitch. We are waiting for the vote to pass. Should it pass at this moment in time? Because democracy is preferred over dictatorship.
The McLaren TP hasn't been around for a while.
Yeah, what happened with that? It's
the Alpine TP isn't around.
Ratcliffe, you're in lobby. Would you like to see a restart? Because that, just say it. Type in chat. Would you like to see a restart? Just so we can count your vote at that point, as you are a team principal for McLaren. Got some drivers racing in Tier 2 for the first time. They've caught back up to the safety car now. So, we'll wait and see what happens. Wait, Ratcliffe is not a TP. That's incorrect. So it's
just a driver. I'm just keeping an eye out on the sporting director.
Yeah.
Because it is
about to swing. Bear with us 2 moments. The lobby will be restarted, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a red flag. Red flag.
So, we're going to get
Tell
going.
your drivers to leave the session, and we will rebuild the grid. It is a red flag.
So, drivers will will all make their way out of the lobby, and we'll be back momentarily. Switch ourselves over to the intermission as we prepare for our lobby restart. Let's just stop that. There we go. But I think what we can take from that that limited flap corners of racing, Chappers' start was he flew away and he'd left them. He had like a second gap by the time he got to Tosa. So I think he'll be looking to repeat that. So we'll load up into the lobby again.
Ugh, that was I wish I'd caught what happened. But that means all the damages of that race,
we saw Kister and McWilliams get tangled up with each other.
McWilliams was already dead by that point, though. McWilliams had already crashed, and
So
then I think possibly it was him being collected. I think someone collected his car.
well, that
You
is
Jolly, did you tab out?
I didn't know.
Oh, someone must have tabbed out because it caused the safety car to fuck. Is what I'm hearing.
Bit strange.
So can all team principals and people who are participating in this let their drivers know not to tab out because it does cause safety cars to glitch.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that this game is as buggy as it is, but we'll be underway again in a short moment. But we had 16 drivers. We'll wait for them to jump back in. Let's just switch up our lobby. I think one thing we can all hope for is that it doesn't rain when we get going.
Alright, Jolly, do you want me to read out the grid order for you?
Not just
Once everyone's in.
not just
Right, everyone
yet.
is in.
I'm just gonna grab the settings and make sure they're all correct before we tackle the lovely grid situation. Somebody has started a channel prediction. So our pole sitter was Chappers. Hello.
Hello, gentlemen. Thought we'd check up with how we're doing.
We missed the crash. I think some people left because they was expecting the grid penalty, but because of Kista's last
20.
place on the qualifying last on the grid, there wasn't a grid penalty to hand out. So people left when we said not to leave, and
I think one person did have a game crash in between though, so
the Williams had the game crash, and McWilliams left the lobby.
Interesting.
So there were two AI drivers at the start.
yep, not ideal.
How's
Williams.
the grid going?
Yeah, how is building the grid?
Coming along nicely. We had Raccoon in 9th.
Yep, we had.
Matthews
Did we have
11th.
Raccoon in 9th?
Yeah, he's West
Raccoon's
Phoenix.
P14. Raccoon's P14 in qualifying.
Oh, West Phoenix's binder. My apologies. And then in 10th we had is that Mr.
Satellite.
Livingston. Matthews
Livingston.
11th.
Kosev 12th. Umfrey 13th. Raccoon's 14th. Palmer 15th. And Kister 16th.
That's all good.
And you might want to double check some of the lobby settings as well if you haven't already.
Yeah. Right. Long. Imola. Everything but full TC.
That's correct. That is correct.
And
We had a dry
well.
race. We had a dry race.
Get Jolly, you've got safety car experience on broadcast.
I haven't. It's on immersive.
No, it's standard broadcast, lad. Double check it now.
L. What else do we need? Pit assist off. That's right.
Give me a heart attack, lad.
I'm sure we'd all like a broadcast safety car. No.
No.
It's the worst thing on the planet.
Oh dear. All
Why
right.
don't you
Well,
save these settings?
good luck for
You
the
can't.
second race.
That's all
I'd just
done.
like to point out, now we've had one restart, we can't have another. So
Yep. So
Don't crash.
if anyone else, if there's another crash, there's no more restarts, and
Yeah, right. We'll get going again anyway, because we're ready.
ready. Good luck.
Thank you, Will. And we'll get going again. So the prediction up right now, if you want to vote in that, is whether there'll be a safety car in the first 3 laps. I would imagine that the likelihood of such is quite high. So it's not the biggest, not the biggest risk. But we'll get the lobby going again momentarily.
all right. It's about to start. Remember, I'd like drivers to give people time to sort out their strategies. Don't ready up instantly. We will find out who it was eventually.
Yep. But we'll give it a minute. Right, we are now in the lobby, so we'll switch over to our live screen. Have we got it now? There we go.
All right.
So back to strategy again. Soft to medium, or medium to soft. We saw Kizyul go on the softs in the previous
I,
start, which
I
was a
think there'll be a jumble. I reckon we're going to have a
risky
bigger
strat.
jumble.
Yeah, I mean, if you're at the back, maybe it's worth trying the hards. Maintain some good pace when other people are wearing. Just got to sacrifice the start quite a bit.
Yeah. We shall see how this goes. Are we going to have another incident on turn 1? So if you want to watch the front of the pack, I'll get my camera in the midfield for you, Jolly.
Sounds excellent. We can catch some probably guaranteed chaos down there. But
We shall see.
let's get ready to go now.
And getting the lights.
So Chappers, 5 lights. Away we go. Slow for us. Chappers gets away very well again. Monk's still struggling. He's had 2 goes at it now, so Kizyul's going to get the chance to attack into turn 1 again. I think he's going to try it on the inside. Oh, someone went straight on. What on earth? Was that Cop? I think it was. That was a McLaren just blasted through
Going
the first
straight
chicane.
on.
That was very odd,
Monk
but
lost 2 places on that restart.
he has. Skowski's up to P3.
And there's a safety car again.
So if you voted
So
for a safety
Umfrey
car
lost
at the
his
first
wing.
3 laps,
Palmer lost the front wing.
Cop,
Matthews lost the front wing.
somebody went straight on at the first turn. I don't know who it was, but we did see a
Went
McLaren.
straight on. They were 3 wide and 1 was on the grass.
Yeah, that's not
So
not ideal in that first turn, which is it's struggled to get 2 through there sometimes.
So just a reminder to drivers, do not alt tab on the safety car. No tabbing out. It will cause the game to have issues where the safety car will desync and let people in front, and then we have to do another lap behind the safety car. So if we can please refrain from coming out of the game.
Yeah, that would be good. But Chappers is not going to be happy now, is he? He had the same perfect getaway, and he was a second and a bit up on the cars behind him. So I don't think he's going to be too happy with this safety car that's out now. So they'll line up behind. Well, hopefully won't have too long on the safety car. Maybe 1 or 2 laps under it, and then we'll get going again.
So the start was a lot cleaner No one DNF'd. Monk
Skowski?
didn't get a good start again. Skowski,
How has he got past Monk on the hards? You thought he would have dropped positions.
Monk didn't get a good start at all, and I think this time Kiziel may have pushed him a little bit wider into the first corner. Because
Yeah.
I think Kiziel was alongside a little bit more this time. So he was able to just use what he had. The biggest gainer was Kosev and Raccoon and Kista all gaining 4. The biggest loser was Koff, losing 7 places.
Yeah, I think he's been into the. He's not been into the pits, has he?
Koff has not been into the pits, no.
No, but I mean, Kista's benefited from that P16. With those people getting into trouble around him, he's kept his nose clean. I don't imagine we'll have safety car in this lap. Maybe next lap.
Next lap.
But interestingly, Skowski is going to have to work really hard to get his tyres up to temperature on this safety car restart. Kosev in the Alpine went a bit different on the strategy. He's gone for the softs. So while they're probably good to get away and good pace for a first few laps under this safety car, they're still going to be wearing, and you're going to be on about equal pace once it's over. So this is not ideal for the Alpine driver. Alpine's not had the best of times on this race so far, but it's a long one, and they'll hope to recover. So I believe we'll have safety car in this lap. They will caught up to it now. So it's just when Chappers decides to call it and put the
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah, that's it. He could go very early or he could go very late. We saw a varying number of decisions in our tier 1 race. But I think you've really got to be able to defend on that long straight that people can attack you into.
People do like going late because of how long that straight is. If you go early and give up your drive, if you go later, you're normally allowing the cars behind to bunch up and attack each other, and you don't have to really worry about it yourself. So I'm expecting another late pull away.
I'd think so as well, but I think we saw in the tier 1 race they went very late. Two of the restarts, I believe it was.
People took too early and
very early. Sorry, they went at Ravatsa, turn 17 and 18. They floored it there while people were still warming, and they managed to get the jump. So if we look at Chappers, he's warming up his tyres. The safety car's somewhat beginning to pull away. There's a message from race control. We will be racing this lap. I think Skowski.
The front 4 are very close, and then
Skowski's going to be under threat here.
Skowski is going to have to defend like a lion.
He does not want to get caught napping here.
Monk will be eager to reclaim his positions that he's lost.
Oh, he will. We've seen him before. We know he's a fast racer. But we're right on board. Watch Chappers here. He's not gone early. He's still going slowly. He's gonna try and get the jump, and it looks like he's gone now, and he's done Kiziel on the restart. He's got a better restart than him, so he's gonna have a bit of time to defend on the main straight. But it's not gone too well. There's a spun McLaren of Kopp at the back. So Chappers has got away nicely. He's not gonna have to cover off from Kiziel, but Skowski looked to have a small look up the inside of Kiziel. Monk not able to gain anything.
Really good race on them hards.
On the hards, is he gonna have a go here?
And we got a yellow flag as
Binder
has come off in turn 1.
And Skowski looking around the outside, but he's got Monk behind him waiting to pounce, so he doesn't want to waste too much time getting around the house of Kiziel. This is allowing Chappers to pull away all the time. We're right on board with Skowski. See how he's doing. He's got really good pace on these hards at the moment. Looking for the clean air everywhere he goes. Any sort of look. Small mistake from Kiziel there. Oh, he gets a big snap out of Aqua Minerale. Go on.
That Chappers has almost got 2 seconds on Kiziel.
He's just managing to pull away. He's got better pace than Kiziel, as we can see at the moment.
He ran away from
Kosev
the
and
chasing pack.
McWilliams having a bit of a scrap with each other. But once DRS is introduced, it'll be a completely different story. But I think at the moment, Skalski, look how close he is to the back of Kizio. Is he going to have a go into the first turn? Run on board.
Skalski on them hards is
He's
flying.
alongside and we'll have a look into the first turn. He backs out of it, but Monk is there. He's still waiting to capitalise off any mistake, and he's got a better run. Is he going to have a go at Skalski down?
4 and 5. No, Skalski's looking at Kizio in turn 4 and 5.
We've got
As
another
we now
yellow
come into
flag. That's Unfi.
Matthews. No, it's Umphy. Umphy has spun and lost his wing.
Safety car.
And
So
Chappers is going to be
he's fallen. He's
very annoyed.
He's going to be in not the best of moods right now. He's been pulling away, but we know he has the pace, so I'm sure he can work out this gap again. But that gives Kizzy a little bit of a break. He is he's under massive threat from Skalski behind, who on those hards is looking like the raciest car on the grid at the moment. And I think in clean air he'd probably be able to close up to Chappers. I'd like to see what kind of raw pace he does have. I imagine
He's holding back Kizil was having a train form behind him. It wasn't a big train, it was only up to Vlad. And then the other Haas was having a train form behind him. So the Hasses don't seem maybe are running lower downforce or higher downforce just for the corners.
he might be, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of the drivers prefer oversteery setups compared to understeer. But around this track, a snap of oversteer can leave you very vulnerable.
Kister's up into P10 now.
He's made the best out of a bad situation he has, which well done to him. But Chappers has now got that Haas right behind him.
But if he does the same sort of start as last time, he had a 1.5 second gap to Kizil halfway around the track.
He had, yeah. I mean, today is not the Alpine's day, is it? They're back into the pits, both of them. Not had a good qualifying or a race as it stands.
Was looking at his bank balance crying, I'd assume.
Yeah, but I mean, they're really going slow back there. There's a bit of a bunch up, but they just need to keep it careful and not pick up any penalties for collisions. Don't believe I'll have safety car in this lap. I think Unfi looks a bit too far behind to catch up. So with these safety cars, I think we'll see most drivers going for maybe a one-stop, a medium to soft strategy, unless someone decides to go for an undercut and go medium hard, which would be odd because I think their tyres will be in quite good condition at this point, having had 2 safety cars and only a lap or 2 of actual racing.
Yeah.
But we will have another lap of safety car, it looks like. Yeah. Rosu has managed to maintain his P5, so I think he'll be looking to do the same, or maybe find a position on Monk. But the top 4 seem to sort of be driving away from the rest of the pack. So we'll see. I think Monk was waiting predominantly to pick up from any mistakes of the 2 in front. Maybe a collision that left them vulnerable, opened a gap for the 2 for him to slip past.
But they were very smart in pulling out.
They were. We'll leave you on board with the Alfa Romeo Skalski for the moment. See how he warms up his tyres.
He's looking very racy.
He's got to get those hards up to temp again though, so he managed to do it well before, so we'll see if he can replicate that.
Oof. So, what are your predictions currently for this race? Because the safety car's coming in this lap, and I would hazard to guess that Chappers is almost favourite to win this.
I would say so as well, but I mean, more safety cars. If someone decides to go for an undercut here, now with how close they are, I think you could find yourself up a fair few positions. But we'll see where he
You
decides
could
to
have
go.
gambled softs. You could have gambled softs on this safety car, expecting another one, possibly.
Maybe, but Chappers, he's going to do the same thing as last time. Was he gone early? He hasn't, no.
He hasn't gone.
It's Kizio going to see it this time though, so he's gone now. He looks to have... Kizio looks to have had a bit of better reaction time, but Skowski has had a better reaction. So has Monk. Monk is... he's coming up to the back of the Alfa Romeo. Is Skowski going to try to move?
right behind him as well. The five of them are very close. The five are much closer this time.
But
as we have a Koff going wide again.
Chappers has had a nice restart as well. Do have a yellow flag in turn 1, but that's cleared quite quickly. Skowski's managed to get those tyres up to temp very well again, but he's got Monk on the back of him as well now. So,
slightly further down, the Haas of Vasilev is under pressure here. And oh, there's a crash! There's a big crash on the sharp left! There's a huge crash!
Oh no, that's a 4-car pile up there. Sam Palmer is stuck at the side of the road. He's been given a 5-second. He's not going to be in the greatest of moods after that one. But Chappers is he's pulled a second gap again, so that's going to leave Kizio vulnerable, especially if we manage to get the DRS enabled without another safety car.
Yes, big if.
If.
And Monk has almost pulled a gap to Vlad as well, so it is going to be Kizio, Skowski and Monk just charging ahead.
They're fighting for the podium positions here. So we'll see what they can do. But he's not had a good run out there. Look how close Skowski is, and he's already pulling out to the right. Not using any of his DRS. Kizil is to try and defend for his life. Now Skowski is as well. He's going to pull to the outside. He's going to bail out of the side-by-side move.
Kizil get a better exit.
Was compromised, and that's going to allow Skowski to try the old. And he just bails out of it. He's not got enough speed. He might be running a bit more. Rear wing. We've got a spinner in the midfield. Raccoon.
Raccoon has spun. He's spun on them hards.
Chappers is controlling this race right now. He's pulled out a 2.3 second lead with only 1 lap down a safety car. So it's all up to Kizio now to see if he can pull out a masterclass and maintain this P2. But at the moment it's not looking likely because Skowski is almost pushing him around the track, forcing him into errors, and I think Monk is just waiting there to pick up the pieces as well. So I believe it will be DRS enabled the next lap, and then it's all up to Kizio to see if he can pull out a big enough gap to defend himself.
And is keeping up with this group in front.
Rossi's managing to grab on to this train with a slipstream, but they have dropped Vasilev behind. So we've got
Vasilev will be defending.
Two somewhat distinct trains. So there is the message from race control. DRS has been enabled. So we'll see what the drivers can now do. Monk is getting really good exits out of that last corner. He's really close to the back of Skowski on this main straight. But for now,
Skowski must be running some really low downforce because he pulls away from everyone. On hards as well.
But he's also got good pace in that middle sector. We'll ride on board with Skowski and see how we can pick up the time to Kizio. Oh, a bit deep there on their Intercurbitosa. But he just seems to have a lot more confidence in the car to push it. I mean, through there, closing up to Kizio. He runs a bit wide through Minerale. Is that going to allow Monk to have a go? I don't think Monk needs an invitation at this point, waiting to get past these guys for a while now.
I think Monk is being very patient. It's very smart, but we're about to get our first dose of DRS.
He's playing the right game here, but I think he can't leave it too late. So Skowski, I think we'll have a change of positions for P2 here. And whether Kizio's vulnerable to Monk as well.
Yeah, this could be about to heat up here, because Chappers is gone. Chappers is just gone.
So here goes
and here
Skowski,
we go.
And he's going to be passed before the first turn braking zone. So he's past Kizio now. That's him dispatched, and we'll see what pace he has on those hards, whether he can close up to the back of Skowski. Paul Lightning ushering on his tier 2 driver, who's now in P2. We'll see if he can close up to the back of Chappers. He seems to have a good
Tight
pace.
race for P8. P8, P9 and P10 are battling for the last few points as well, further down the grid.
Certainly are. We've got a yellow flag.
And we've got a yellow flag.
Kister.
It's for
Kister. His race has gone from bad to worse. Not from bad to worse. It was looking up at a moment. He was in the points, but now he's unfortunately in plumb last. But we will skip back over to see now what's happening up ahead. So Skowski actually hasn't managed to pull the gap we thought he'd pull. He's only found half a second.
It is half a second now, and he's coming up to where he seems to be the fastest. That front straight is where he's the most dangerous.
Have a look at these stops. I think only a few people have stopped at the moment. Unfi's in twice. The Alpines are not having a
He's
good time
all
with
over
it.
the back of Kiziel
Monk
here.
is on the back of Kiziel now. He's had good exits out of that last chicane. Last turn, sorry.
Kiziel
He's
is
gonna go have a
absolutely
go on
zooming.
Skowski. And the two are gonna go side by side. Skowski gets a big snap midway through the corner.
Kiziel
So
did go over the curbs though, and they're side by side coming into turn 4 here. And Kiziel does the smart
Skowski
thing,
edges
pulls
them
out,
out.
goes to...
But is Kiziel going to have a dive in Tosa? Or is Monk going to see an opportunity? Monk does see an opportunity to go up the inside of Kiziel. But
It's tight, it's very tight.
I think Kiziel gets the better traction out of Tosa. But Monk, he doesn't hang on to the inside line. No, he bails out of that one. All the time this is allowing Vasilev to catch up now. They've dropped Satellite, who's now running in a lonely race. Chappers, all the time this is helping him.
Chappers with 5 seconds now. He is miles ahead. He's galloping.
But Skowski has now pulled an 8.5 tenth gap to Kiziel. So he'll
Koffer's desync supposedly. There's
okay.
Koff desync.
Well, that doesn't cause too many problems. But Skowski, he's just on the second mark. He's just got it there. But I think Kiziel might just have a lifeline with the DRS here. He does, but I think Monk is going to still have that pace advantage. Kiziel's not going to have the benefit of slipstream and DRS. He's flashing as well. He's trying to defend for his life here. Defending like a lion on that straight. Monk goes for it on the inside, and Vlad Rosu is going to have a try around the outside. They're 3 wide. Vlad Rosu is pushed onto the gravel. That's going to allow Vasilev through, so it's now a Haas 4-5. Rosu gets pushed off the track, trying to make it 3 wide. He goes down to 6th place. He's lost 2 positions there. 1 position, sorry. But now Skowski.
Oh, and Monk drifts around the sharp left.
Big snap. So now it's a 3-4 for Haas. And the 2 Haas drivers look to be fighting. Vasilev wants to get past his teammate. Well, we see team orders here.
Thing for the tier 3 to push
no, Monk
for tier 4.
round the outside at Aqua Minerale. That was committed.
Oh my god. We saw something like that in tier 1 and it didn't pull off.
I have not seen a move like that. That is very, very, very well done from him. And a move you got to have some balls to pull that off. And now he's on the back of Kiziel as well. Is he going to go side by side into the last turns? He is. He's going to go down the inside. He somewhat just gets ahead. Kiziel's pushed slightly wide, but he's going to be ahead coming out of the last turn onto the main straight. He's going to have DRS
and
as well.
DRS as well.
And
so
now
Kiziel's now having to defend his teammate.
He's vulnerable.
Who's also got Vlad right behind him.
Palmer
and
retires.
Palmer's out.
Is it going to be a safety car again? It is.
It is another safety car. And Kiziel just got done by his teammate just as the safety car came out. Let's see if we can see what happened to Palmer. I'm going to ride on board with Croft to see what's happened.
We'll take a look as well. See if we can see that stricken Ferrari. There it is, just the side of the barrier. Yeah, I mean that isn't ideal for them. But well, we now see some drivers that make a dive into the pit lane, especially those on mediums. Medium runners might see
going to be happy.
An opportunity. Raccoon is onto the softs. That is an odd strategy. Lightning asking why there was a safety car. Yeah, I mean, Skowski managed to pull out. He had a 3-second gap to those behind from fighting, so he was firmly up there. But that's Chappers' lead. That 6-second lead is destroyed now as well.
Now he has to try and get Gap the much faster Alpha rather than the slower Kiziel.
Yeah, but I mean, Skalski wasn't exactly gaining on Chappers, so I think Chappers still has the outright pace here.
There's contact coming into the
they're
pit.
boxing. They're all boxing. Oh, I mean, they could have stayed out, but another safety car isn't guaranteed. So we've
I
got
just watched
Chappers in the pit lane on
Vasilev
hards.
driving to the. I just watched Vasilev driving to the back of Monk.
Wow, so that's that's not ideal. The two Hasses they're double stacking. That's not going to do them very much good. And Unfi now
Kiziel
leads.
is going to be steaming.
Unfi and McWilliams lead. Chappers is in P3, followed by Skalski, who's on brand new mediums. He's going to have a bit. He's going to have some more grip. So it's looking good for the Alfa Romeo driver. Ooh, he looks up out of the pit lane on those cold tyres. Doesn't want to do that and lose an unfortunate position. Monk is on the softs.
On the softs.
What has happened there? I'm not too sure. I don't know if that strategy's going to work out of him, unless it's another lucky safety car. But
This is a bold move, Cotton.
we did see the Mercedes of Fox Johnson get very lucky with a safety car late on in their Tier 1 race. So bit of inspiration taken from him maybe. But for now, Chappers is in P3. The two in front of him don't have to box. They're not going to have very good pace, but I think McWilliams up there in P2 compared to Monk down in P5. Maybe some team games to slow down Chappers and maybe Skalski, hold the two of them up. Could see that come into play here. Monk not doing himself any favours there. Yeah, you're right. Wallace still wants his team, wants his driver to win, and I don't think that's off the table here. Do you? He's got the better tyres. There's only 17 odd laps left. There'll be 16, maybe 15 once the safety car is in. So I think out of all the drivers here, if Skalski can utilise some of his strong pace and get ahead of the cars in front, I think a win for him is not off the table here.
Yeah, he's on the optimum tyre now, but 17 laps on the softs. They will start to go out. We did see a
the softs
Fox
will
Johnson
not work.
stretch them.
They will not work for 17 laps. That's
We saw Fox Johnson gap hards on old softs, so if you can look after them.
But I think Fox Johnson, he only had to ride those hards for about 10 odd laps. So
He went medium soft.
yeah, but he boxed till around lap 20 when the safety car came out really late. So
yeah, that's true.
I think Monk is asking a bit too much of that tyre right now and maybe riding on another safety car. Or he's hoping
There's
to
a possibility.
he's hoping to get ahead of them, find some clean air and maybe look after those tyres. He has had good pace.
Maybe.
And he
has had good pace.
He's been patient. He's been a patient driver today, which has worked out for him in some instances. We did see him get that snap of oversteer that rendered him down a few positions, but overall, I think he's got some good pace. Might be able to make something work on those softs, but I think his pace at the end is going to drop off a bit too much, and he's made the wrong strategy call here. Interesting to see if Unfi and McWilliams try and pull away from the pack and work together, considering they are on very old tyres compared to those ahead of them.
It's a very different strategy. I reckon Chappers, Skalski and Monk will gobble them up, and even Vlad. I think
Rosu could as well.
Yeah, I reckon Vlad Rosu could definitely be having a sniff here. I reckon the 3rd to 7th are definitely the ones in line for podium here. With Kiziel, the double stack does seem to have messed them up a little.
Yeah, well, the safety car in this lap, was that McWilliams rear-ending the Alpine? It might have been. But Unfi is going to be the one to lead them away on hard tyres. Let's see if he can do what Skalski does and warm them up very nicely. Skalski's on those mediums though. We haven't seen his pace on these yet, so whether they're as good as the hards, we'll wait and see. But we'll see where Unfi decides to go. And he's gone very early. Oh no, he hasn't. He's backed out of it. Maybe a small tactic there. Let's see how late he leaves it. He doesn't want to leave it too late. It'll be under threat otherwise. But he's gone, and he's caught McWilliams. He's caught McWilliams sleeping. He's pulled a decent gap.
Mid swerve. But Monk makes the jump on Skalski
on those fresh softs. I think he's going to use them to good use. But oh, look at that! It's a turn 1 there. Skalski's going to move up into P4.
Monk up into P3.
Monk has made it into P3. Oh, Unfi's in the wall. we'll have a look at that in a moment once they've all settled down. But Skowski's into P2. He's only got Chappers ahead of him. That was a chaotic restart. That Alpine, it's not been their day today, but we'll keep going. And we've got he seems to be warming his tyres up there, Chappers, but not a safety car. So can Skowski hold on to that DRS range now and maybe attack him? He's got the faster tyres.
I'm shocked that wasn't a DNF. That was such a big impact.
And is Monk going to have a go into the chicane here on those fresh soft tyres? But he looks to be boxed in by McWilliams. Is McWilliams going to let his teammate through? He's not. That's not too good. He does in the chicane, an awkward place to do so. Skowski is gaining though on Chaffers. He's only 5 tenths away from him now. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Monk is all over the back of Lad now.
He is. We'll see if Skowski can make a move. He seems a bit far back, but they've dropped Rosu. Rosu's up to 3rd. Kiziel has picked up a 5-second penalty for what looks like an illegal overtake. We don't know if that will stand. So is Monk going to have a go at Rosu into turn 1? He is. He's got the better tyres. He's got those softs, but they aren't going to last very long. And Rosu's going to come under threat from Livingston here as well.
Livingston right on the tail of
Rosu, but Rosu manages to he's kept it in nicely. And we got the McLaren and the Mercedes of McWilliams going side by side. Oh, and he's contacted Binder and sent them off. He's had a spin. That is a heartbreak for him. He was running in the points as well.
Williams is now. Oh, this is very.
He's taken out a lot of drivers there, and I don't think they're going to be too happy. Monk picks up a 3-second penalty for track limit warnings. But Skowski is all over the back of Chappers, and when we see that DRS come into play, I think Will Light in the Alfa Romeo TP is going to be quite happy to see that see a potential lead change there. We've got a Vasilev. It's Vasilev who's off. Is he out?
He's not out, but he's definitely lost it coming into Aquamilarale.
He has, but I mean, Chappers he's just got such good pace. I mean, he seems to be he's finding time everywhere he goes, isn't he? DRS is enabled though, so if Skowski can keep within that 1 second gap, I think he'll be able to use the DRS to some good use.
Rosu is having to defend now from Livingston on this front straight.
He is. Is he going to try and move into turn 1? No, he isn't. Rosu doesn't have a compromise line this time, so he's safe for a while now. But he's under threat from the Alfa Romeo suit, who are doing very well today. They're in P2 and P5. If they get past that Aston Martin, it'll be P2 and P4, and with Monk's 3-second penalty, if they close up, that could be a P2 and P3 potentially, a double podium for Alfa Romeo. That would be something special, and would make their team principal's day. But we'll ride back on board with Skowski as they go through Aquaminerale. He picks up a 3-second penalty. That's not going to do him any good. He had that spin on the safety car restart, so that's his day gone from bad to worse.
There's news from the team radio that Kiziel's penalty will get removed.
Oh, okay. So
they feel very certain that the penalty won't stand.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens after the race in terms of that. But for now, he runs in P6. He's 2 seconds off. Livingston ahead. So Skowski's managed to keep it in DRS range. Monk is closing back up on those sauce, but they are going to degrade and wear really quickly. So as we head on to lap 20 here, DRS open for Skowski.
He's got to do another 12 laps on them softs.
They won't last. I think
again.
He's going to be wishing for another. He's going to wish for another safety car every lap of this race. Any yellow flag he sees is going to make a little light turn on inside.
Seb getting a 3-second.
Yeah, he's not gonna do him much good, but he is down in P14, so I don't think that.
Off gets past Kiziel.
He does.
And the turn we're calling turn 1 is actually turn 2.
So regardless of that penalty, if he keeps losing those positions, he's not gonna have any points to keep. Someone says this is Umphy's 10th warning. I swear to God. I believe the game is monitoring that carefully.
Monk has closed up into the back of them, and McWilliams gets a 3-second time penalty now for exceeding corner for track violations.
Does not going to do his race any good. These penalties can be quite annoying to pick up round here, but Skowski's close to this lap by about 3 tenths of a second.
The front three are within a second and a half of each other.
But Skowski's a lot closer now. If he joins the DRS and gets a good exit which he doesn't. I think Chavez has just got such a good handle on those last turns 17 and 18 that Skalski's got to be a lot closer than he is to close up to the back. They're coming up to the Alpine of Kosev. He's going to want to dart out of the way quickly before he holds up the drivers ahead.
So Skalski is very close at the moment.
He is, and
Very,
Monk
close.
is going to get on this as well. Monk is going to get on this, sorry.
Monk does have a 3-second though. He does have to be wary of that.
Kosev has got to dive out of the way. I'm sure he'll be getting blue flags at this point, and it's going to be costing Chapper's time. We can see them flashing. He needs to find a way to dart out of the way, which he hasn't done so far.
As well.
He needs to find a safe place to do it quickly, because I think Chappers is gonna sacrifice a bit of pace. I mean, Monk, look how close he is. Those softs are still working. Skalski gets a small bit.
It's another 5 second for ignoring blue flag, so
he's still not out of the way though. And I mean, what's happened there? I mean, Chavez he's pulled away. 5/10, not as much as we
I wonder
think.
if Chappers is looking to just get possibly DRS off this car.
I think he would do, but I mean, Kosev really...
He didn't get it, he wasn't within a second.
Kosev really needs to dive out the way. He's going to pick up a load of more penalties if he doesn't.
He's going to get disqualified at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, the blue flags are stopped. I think he's pulled out a decent enough gap. But once they're back into it again, we'll hope he doesn't cause too much of a disruption. But we'll stay on board with these guys for now.
Satellite, Livingston all over the back of Rosu still.
He is.
And Kiziel is under pressure from
Marcelo and Matthews going side by side. Yeah, there's a couple trains, but I think there's these top three going very strong, and they're going to battle to the end now. Skalski probably wants to get past and not wear a size. There's
yellow.
A spin. Is that Vasilev? I believe it is.
It is Vasilev. It is Vasilev.
He's not out the race though, so he'll be alright. I think Monk needs to get past and use these softs while he can. Otherwise he's gonna fall off them and fall off the back of this pack so quickly. He's flashing at the back as well.
Kosev is picking up time penalties left and right. He got another 3 second. He must be feeling the pressure of the leaders. You don't want to go a lap down because it really ruins your race.
You don't.
If another safety car comes out.
He's P16 and he's about a minute off the rest of the field.
Yeah.
P6 to P8. Let's have a look. Kopf leaves them. Actually, well, no, we'll go back to Skalski because look how close he is. He pulls out to the left, trying to move, but he's not close enough this time. Is that going to allow Monk to have a go on him as well? It is. Skalski moves to the left, trying to cover off a move. The three of these guys are really close now. Skalski, look at the grip he has coming into Tosa. He's a bit too far away to try and move. Monk has some really good grip and can brake a lot later. Chappers is feeling the pressure now, something he hasn't done this whole race. But
safety cars have ruined his race for sure.
I'd say they have. He's had such good pace, and if he loses it, then I'd say it's really unfortunate. But I mean, Skalski is also just as deserving of a win at this current moment.
Correct.
But
Kosev is starting to pull away as Livingston gets a 3 second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
We'll come back.
He's all over the back of Rosu.
Kopf is maintaining the gap to Kiziel. He's pulled out a second now. He's got Binder behind him, but we'll go back to Skalski because he's now 2 tenths going into turn 17 and 18. So I think with the use of DRS, I think it looks like he's going to be through here. So let's see. Chappers pulls to the left, back to the right. How is he going to defend? He's not got any ERS to play with flashing like that. So
here comes the bullet that is the Alfa Romeo.
Pulls out to the right.
Goes around the outside.
Squeeze, but he's going to keep his nose in there and he gets past Chappers.
But he runs wide.
So the two of them are going to go side by
Chappers is
side
still
now.
here.
Is it going to work out? It does. Skalski gets past and he's taking the lead of the race for the first time. We've got a yellow flag. That's Livingston.
Livingston with a very safe, unsafe entry onto the track. That is I had warning lights of someone rear-ending him there. Let's see now, because will Skalski be able to pull away from Chappers? And Chappers now has a very fast Monk behind him, and Chappers is still flashing too.
Oh yeah, I think Skalski is gonna come out of threat. I mean, he's not managed to pull away from Chappers as of yet. So
In that chicane, he does pull out 2 to 3 temps alone.
he does, but
I think the hard tyres don't enjoy that corner.
they've been fairly matched this whole race, the two of them. But we'll see what he does as they oh, he gets a snap on the exit, but he managed to pull out a decent gap in those last 2 corners, so I think he'll be safe this time around.
So we come into turn 2 and 3. He does not look to have a sniff at the back of Skalski. And instead, they now file in file. I wonder if Monk's tyres are starting to go. He does seem to be losing the back of the two of them.
At this point, I think that's what we'd expect.
Monk probably just going to be looking for a net P3 and just look to hold off that 3-second gap to Rosu behind him.
I think that's all he can hope for at the moment, unless the two in front have a collision, which would be devastating for the both of them.
It would indeed. Further down, where is the Clyde Racing? It would be Matthews has just got past Livingston.
Chappa's had a much better run through can't remember the name now, Minerale, and he was looking to go side by side with Skalski through the chicane. So I think Skalski's he's feeling the pressure now that he's got two rapid cars behind him. And I think we're going to see another change of the lead here.
On him.
Front wing to diffuser. But I think Skalski probably has a bit more ERS to play with. He's not flashing like Chappas is, but with the use of that DRS, we'll see what he can do. Is he going to cover off?
Here we go.
He covers off the outside line. Side by side.
And he's
Chappas
passed.
is through.
He's passed before the corner. And we go back to Chappas leading.
I think,
Monk will be sitting here waiting, I'm guessing, for a mistake to happen, possibly. And there is a Red Bull on the exit of Aquamirale. Oh, this is
Safety
huge.
car. I think Skalski's gonna want to hold on to that lead of a couple more corners.
I think all 3 of them are about to come in for fresh softs. I think the front 3 are about to see for fresh softs.
A couple laps down.
I believe.
I don't think either of them, all 3 of them, have anything to lose from boxing at this point. But if one of them wants track position, we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see what Rosu does behind them, because he would jump them all if they all pit. Monk has to pit. There's no way Monk cannot pit here.
Monk, but he won't serve that 3-second penalty because it is a track limits penalty.
But he has to pit for fresh soft, surely.
Yeah, I think this is what he was hoping for. This is a strategy all along.
So Chappas goes in.
All 3.
All 3 go in.
That is the move we expected. Don't pick up a 5-second penalty. Never.
All 3 of them in cleanly. But what will Vlad do further behind? Vlad also comes in. And Matthews picks up a 5-second for exceeding track limits.
Has Skalski taken the... Is he taking the lead in the pit lane? He has!
Yeah.
He's jumped Chappas. Maybe that an optimal pit stop. He's done it. He's got in and out of there very nicely. And he's taken the lead of the race on fresh softs.
DRS, there's a chance of DRS. Which will be... He hasn't taken the lead though, because Binder is in first. Binder on old heart mediums leads the race now.
That is
Binder
very
did not
interesting.
pit.
I think that
Binder did not pit.
I think that optimal pit stop addition to the game would spice things up here.
But yeah, I'd like to point out Binder did not pit, so he is P1.
I think I'll dispatch him quite quickly.
Yeah, but he can control this start, which is huge. We saw what Alex Fox Johnson could do with the start, so we don't know. We don't write him off just yet. He's thrown his dice onto the table and he's cast himself into the heat of it.
Yeah, he certainly has. But I mean, even myself, I tried this on the in the Tier 1 race. I tried staying out on those old tyres, but I think compared to those softs around here, there is not much of a chance. You'll be under threat on the main straight. So
it's going to be possibly a 4-horse race if Vlad can keep up with the back of these 3, and if Binder can keep himself in it, it'll be a 5-horse race with not many laps to go. And you've got to remember, Monk does have a 3-second penalty lingering above his head, so he will be looking to gap people. He has to gap the field.
Hamid is questioning why they'd pit for the softs when there's only a couple laps left and there's unlikely to be many with DRS.
It's very true.
I think we've seen that the DRS doesn't strictly matter around here. There is other overtaking opportunities at different parts of the track. So I wouldn't write it off just yet.
Oh, safety car will probably be in the next lap, so we'll have 3 laps of racing, maybe 4. We're looking at 4 to 3 laps of racing, depending if the Kosev can catch up to the back of this. Kosev has been handled the last line because he was looking to get lapped a moment ago.
He was, yeah. So I think he'll be happy. But and it puts him back into contention. So the Alpines they've had a bit of a disaster weekend or a race here. So they'll be looking to recover.
So the biggest winner right now is Binder, who's up 6 places. Kizyul is down 6.
I mean,
Binder up 8. Kizyul down 6.
Hamid making a bold prediction in chat saying if he doesn't make a mistake, he can take the podium. I wouldn't disagree, but I'd say it's gonna be advantageous to think that he's gonna keep that position.
The 3 behind them have been very, very racy this whole race, and they're on fresh
from the rest of the pack. And I think with those old mediums, I think it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to keep them behind.
They're gonna be after blood here. It's gonna be like piranhas on a fresh piece of meat.
Yep. Now, if I was at the back of the grid and had done a few laps on softs, I'd box again. Have even fresher tyres that you can catch up to the safety car, and it wouldn't be the worst thing to do. Yep, Unfi has gone into the pits, which is I'd say that's a smart decision. He can catch up and he can have some brand new tyres to begin the race on.
Surely the safety car's got to be in this lap though. We want to see the racing. We want them to go racing again.
It will be. So it's right on with Skowski and Chapa. Skowski pulling off a brilliant move in the pit lane, managing to get ahead of his rival for this race. The two have gone at it for most of the racing laps. So these two together will be an interesting development over the course of the race. And with the safety car in, Binder dictating the pace, we'll see if he gets swallowed up, and we'll see if they can maybe use Binder as a bargaining chip. If Skowski can get ahead of Binder into turn 1, and Chappers is stuck behind him, I think he'll be very happy. He'll put a stop between him and the Red Bull behind him.
McLaren's TP saying that safety car in this lap, 100% push is what they're asking for.
Well,
they want a big push till the end, and I think everyone will be giving it everything. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get another crash. And we're going to go racing.
Even less than a sprint race. So Binder on those 14 lap old tyres is going to lead away an entire grid of soft runners.
It cast his die into the box, and let's see what it lands on. My prediction is snake eyes.
And there will be no DRS. Because it
the last lap.
No, it won't be
right
enabled.
On the exit. You will have the exit of that last lap.
But Binder went early, and he's got away well. He's pulled out 6. Oh, but the grip out of that last corner. Skowski is he going to drain his ERS to try and catch up?
Is Binder draining his ERS just to stay in front?
I imagine he would be. I think it's a good idea. But he maintains the lead into turn 1. Something I was not expecting. But is Skowski going to have a move here?
He's all over the back of him. He's sniffing it.
He decides not to.
He's tempting it, but he pulls out.
He needs to get past because he's going to come under threat from Chappers.
Oof. He broke very early there, and Chappers is now almost alongside him. As we come up to the very fast right, then double left-hander. And Chappers, ooh, he's having a sniff.
He had a look.
But Binder still holds place, holds firm. Aquamirali gets a good exit out of there.
But
It's Chappers
Skowski
who's all
doesn't.
over the back of Skowski.
Side by side to the chicane. He doesn't back out of it. He's going to go. But Skowski maintains that lead. I mean, Binder, that's impressive for him to for him to maintain the lead for an entire lap. That's well, that's very impressive. I don't know if he'll be able to maintain that for the rest of the racing laps.
Skowski has immaculate pace down this front straight, and he's much closer than on the safety car restart. There's a yellow flag at the back.
I think it's the two Alpines. Nothing to lose, having a bit of a brawl with each other.
And he pulls out to the side.
Binder
He
still
doesn't.
leads.
And Koff now getting a 3-second time penalty as well. Monk's dropping off the back of this trio.
IQ Blaze and Binder potentially, but are we going to see a dive from Skowski here? He's a lot closer. No, but Chappers is going to go around the outside and try it through Tosa. But I think Skowski's going to get some better traction. But Chappers is still there. Is he going to go side by side? No, he just manages to edge ahead. But now Skowski's going to go in trouble. Are they going to see a Monk-like move around the outside into Aqua Minerale? No, they're not. Oh, but Skowski goes a bit deep. I think Chappers is going to have another go here.
But Monk's moving over to the side as well. Monk gets Chappers. Or does he? Chappers one's extremely wide.
Comes back on, he maintains
And
that P3.
And now Skowski has no pressure behind him.
No, there's pressure. They're going to make it back. But oh no, but Monk is going for it as well. They're side by side. Monk is shoved slightly wide, and Chappers has lost the position. He's down to P4. The man who's led nearly all these laps is in P4. Monk is through to P3, but he's still got that 3-second penalty.
Binder has one lap to hold on.
And Rosu has had. What is that? Chappers is out.
Ow! What happened?
And Rosu is into P3.
It's a huge crap. And Koff has come behind.
And Skowski is through on Binder. And now is Rosu going to be close enough to the back of Binder? And Monk is going to get in there as well. Is Monk going to try to dive into Tosa? He is. And is Monk going to be through? He is.
But Monk runs extremely wide on that corner.
Yeah, I think Rosu was a bit too far behind though.
I didn't see what happened to Chappers, but it was a massive crash.
I think Rosu moved out because he had such a good drive out of the last two corners and has made contact with the Red Bull and it spun him into the wall. But the Alfa Romeo suit, unfortunately, Livingston's race hasn't gone as well. They're going to have a double points finish anyway. It looks to be.
Taking the final corner.
And he's going to win. And Binder is going to take P2 today, which is something we didn't expect. He does.
Binder P2, Vlad P3,
but there might be a penalty.
P4, Monk P5, Raccoon P6, Vasilev P7, McWilliams P8, Kister in the points in P9, and Livingstone bringing up the points rear in P10.
Yeah, so I mean, that's really a massive shame for Chappers, who he had the pace. I'm not sure how he's going to be feeling after that one. So Skowski's now a race winner. So we'll watch our podium celebrations, but I think that was a very well-deserved win from Skowski. Thank you, Vlorky, for the rating with a party of 7. A great recovery from you. You managed to get back into the points. It was a difficult race for you. I think we saw that, but points is very good. Unfortunate for your teammate today. But I think Mr. Lightning, the Alfa Romeo 2P, is going to be very pleased with that result. Skowski takes the win. Binder is on the podium as well in P2 after making a very difficult strategy work on those would have been 15 lap old mediums against brand new softs. So a big congratulations to him. So it's Skowski, Binder, Rosu, Kiziel, Monk, Raccoon, Vasilev, Williams, Kiss to Satellite, Matthews, Kosev, Kopf, Unfi, and then it was Chappers and Palmer. Just grab some screenshots of our...
You already, lad, don't worry.
Done already. Sounds excellent. So we'll switch on over to our intermission and get our interviews going in a moment. Right then, we'll wait for our drivers to come on up here. We'll hope to hear from our race winner Skowski today, as that was a very interesting race. And let's see if our race winner is here yet. Yes, they are. So we'll switch on over to our interview screen. And that was a brilliant race, wasn't it? From our point of view, wasn't it?
Absolutely loved it. It was so entertaining.
It was. And I'll just pull up our interview screen here. If it lets me. We'll add our source in. There we go. So we'll get our race winner, Skowski, up here first. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Mega congratulations. That was an enthralling race from our point of view. How was it for you? You had great pace on the hards.
To start with, I didn't have really much time to practice it. I just came back to my house half an hour before the race. So yeah, it's pretty good to finish in P1, second win in a row and in a season. So I'm just speechless.
Yeah, no, it was a very good race from you. You had really good pace on the hards and then the mediums as well. So
Yeah, I was pretty confident on those tires, and when the safety car came up on the last 6 laps, I decided to go on softs, and it paid out.
it did. But I mean that was a very good race from you. Your battle with Chappers was also really intriguing. Very entertaining to watch. It was unfortunate for him. I believe it was the last lap collision that took him out of the race. But I think you two were pretty matched on pace today. So you seem to best him in the last few laps. But otherwise, mega congratulations to you.
Thank you once more.
No worries. We hope to see you next week. Alrighty then. Any words from you, Luke?
Had my mic muted this whole time. I guess, yeah, I think it's time to get P2 up now.
He's run off.
With
Binder. So we'll get Binder up here. Hello.
Hello.
That was a that was a very interesting strategy call, staying out on the mediums to track position. But you made it work, and you brought home a P2 for Williams today.
Yeah, when I saw 5 or 4 laps before the end of the race that the safety car was coming out, I was literally at the moment thinking about last weekend because it was the same. It was exactly the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, the odds for that, what would happen, were the same as last weekend. I was on old mediums, everyone behind me was on new softs. I was leading the race during a safety car. It was a carbon copy, and the only difference is that my game didn't fool me this time. Last weekend it was interesting sound glitch, so I couldn't hear my wheel spin.
Oh, okay. The infamous sound glitch that's plaguing a fair few people at the moment.
Yeah, that's the reason because for the DNF last weekend, and what happened today should have happened last weekend as well.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
just wondering how long I could hold Skalski behind me.
yeah, I mean, me and Martin, we were very surprised to see you maintain the lead for a fair few laps after that restart, defending off from those fresh softs, because the grip they had must have been second to none compared to yours.
It was still okay. The tires were on 30% wear, something like that, and for that it was okay. I was draining my ERS completely every lap to try to keep them behind, but yeah, Skalski made the right move at the right time. If he didn't, he wouldn't have won, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he was very consistent throughout that entire race, but I mean, your maintaining of that P2 was also excellent. I mean, your team principal Alex Harris is up here as well. Any comments from you?
It was an unreal decision to stay out, especially the nerves he must have had after last weekend. So
Yeah,
fair play to him for managing to pull it off.
yeah.
Not a lot of people would have done that.
No, it's a daunting task, especially trying to keep pace with brand new tires behind you. So mega congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll hope to see you hope to see another Williams on the podium next weekend as well.
And on Wednesday.
And on Wednesday, yeah, we have a tier 3 coming up. I don't suppose, Matthews, while you're here, an insight into your race?
Oh,
It's still a great one.
Not a great one.
Even before the restart, it was a bit of a shit show. I mean, my game crashing and then not even being able to control my car until after whatever carnage had happened then. And then even after the restart, I mean, when we started again, one of the Alpines, and I think I can't put it any other way than literally sideswiped me on the straight. I'm surprised I didn't go out the race there and then, to be honest. And then I think it was on the first safety car, the other Alpine decided it would be a brilliant idea to try and overtake in that really narrow pit lane. So
Oh, okay.
couple tickets to make, and then just safety car here, safety car there, getting involved in other people's spins just in front of you.
Yeah.
Just can't get a flow going. Not a great race for me.
Yeah, I mean, you've shown pace before, so I'm sure next time we're racing, we'll see a bit more. Hopefully, a better race
But
from
it
you as well.
depends on the track, I think.
I don't actually know what track we have coming up next. I think it might be
Spain.
Spain. Well,
think-
Might not see me up there next week though.
yeah, it's not everyone's favorite track, but
Yeah,
otherwise,
we'll see. But congratulations to Binder, because it was a brilliant race. I don't think you really made any mistakes and made the right call at the right time.
Does anybody want to have a bet that the tier 3 will be the first one to get a wet race, by the way?
Oh, please
let's
don't.
let's not go there. I don't think any driver wants to go through that. But we'll see what it comes down to on Wednesday. But until then, congratulations, and we'll hope to see you soon. Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers,
Bye.
boys.
Thanks.
Vlad
Right.
here.
We
Vlad
will
is not.
see.
Do we want to get Chappers up, the man who was consistently fast?
Yes, let's get Chappers up, because I think an insight into that last lap incident that took him out would be interesting. Hello.
Hello.
Disaster for you. That was
Yeah.
one of the
It
most
leaves quite a sour
dominating.
taste when you dominate everyone, and the only
I
thing that
know.
saves the other drivers is the safety car. I mean, putting
Yeah.
6-second gap on the first stint to then get fucked over by not one safety car but two.
You kept pulling out
Quite fun.
gaps and reduced immediately.
Yeah.
And then that incident on the last lap. I don't suppose
Yeah, not
you know
even
what
that,
happened
man.
there.
Yeah, I'll talk about something else real quick. It's it's funny seeing where everyone's praising Alfa Romeo when he's the person too scared to go for an obvious move and just keep us behind. But
Oh,
guess that's
wow.
how it goes.
A bit of a.
But then with the fucking Aston Martin, he got a good run out because me and Monk had a bit of an incident. And then from there, I see the Aston Martin going for the move. Monk comes across, blocks him from the inside. I'm still sticking myself in the middle to make sure he doesn't have that much of a gap to try and go through. Kind of box him in a little bit. Still comes over, swipes me out. Happy days.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate what happened. I mean, you had the pace to win definitely, and I think you were
Yeah, I should have won.
deserving of that win today as well. So
Yeah.
it was really
It's always
unfortunate.
fun getting bottled 2 wins, but it's fine. 2 races, should have won 2. Guess it shows a lot.
Yeah, I mean, your luck will turn around one of these races, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll see you on the top step of that podium in a short while.
Just a big shout out to Alfa Romeo being the biggest pussies when it comes to overtaking. See ya.
Okay then, that was a bit strange. I'll let you have a chat with Monk, Luke.
All right. Hello, Monk. How was that race for you?
I got pushed wide turn 1 by Kisiel. That's gonna be a ticket. Hopefully. Yeah. Then I was stuck behind Casper Sky and Kisiel for like a while because you can't really overtake around here without losing too much time. I eventually got past Kisiel, but then I had a massive snap of oversteer in the chicane. Got back. I got lost positions to the 2 house cars. But I got them back though. Yeah, I got at least 2 BS warnings, which I can hopefully get moved to get the P3.
Oh, okay. So might see the grid order changing still.
Yep.
You set the fastest lap though. You did have very good race pace throughout.
Indeed, I did, yeah.
So
You're very patient as well, the whole race.
yeah, just watch the chaos in front.
Maybe
Yeah, I had to lift a few times to like avoid taking them out.
Well, I think it was
Well, a current P5, I believe it was,
Yeah, P5.
which could change.
subject to change. But
Yeah.
The whole grid, most probably.
yeah. I mean, otherwise, it's a great race from you, and I'm sure as a vice team principal, you're very happy, Luke.
I was very happy. It was great race pace, and like, if we do get that 3-second remove, then who knows what it means.
Yeah. Well, we'll hope to see you back on the podium again next week then.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
A bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Well.
Anyone else? Anyone else for a quick interview? Otherwise, we'll round off the stream there. Going once.
Going twice.
We do have someone.
And Mr. Williams.
Hey, Gru, you didn't race today. We'll grab one word if you're coming up. Hello.
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 How's it going?
Hello. Why am I? Why have you brought me up?
I don't
You
know,
put
you
your
put
hand
your
up.
hand up.
I definitely did not.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, we've been
Anyways,
trolled. Alright.
Alright then. Alright. Anyone else,
Alright,
Kister? Do you want a
so
word, or we'll round off there?
I think we're rounding off.
I'll
So
take that as a no.
join us now for 7 p.m. British summertime for Tier 3 race around Imola, which I'm sure is going to be, if anything, the Tier 1 and Tier 2 are to go by, it's going to be a spectacle.
It will be. So that's Wednesday, 7 o'clock UK time. And then once again on Friday we'll have the 4th round of Tier 1 at 7 p.m. and I believe that is Spain. So we'll look forward to seeing you all there. Until then,